Hey guys, so I'm gonna try to get some potatoes planted today. I got one pass yesterday. This is our first start of the 2 fields that we're doing, just russets on the russet side. We don't plant very many. I think we're planting like 140 acres this year, and we have a bunch of old equipment, and it's kind of funny. I think it's hilarious. We're just robbing parts off old things. I'm using an old pick planter over here, and they discontinued parts for it, I think, in 2004. So it's a little difficult, but we have 2 other ones we're robbing parts off of, and we really need to get a new planter. So hopefully next year we'll finally pull the trigger, get a new planter, and not have to deal with this anymore. But it's going pretty good so far. I got everything set up. We got the gas flatbed truck here set up with tanks for spray and everything. We have the generator over here, which is way overkill. I think it's a 70 kW just to run the spud truck belts, and then just a little hydraulic conveyor over here set up to fill the trucks up. Really basic setup. We have a hydraulic orbital that hooks into these back discs, hydraulics, so that you can run that orbital and ride off the tractor. So pretty basic setup. It's a 1-person job other than shuttling trucks. I actually, setting up things, thought I had my spray amounts calculated right, but I was calculating off 1 sprayer. So my first test pass, I used about 6 acres worth of spray on 1 acre. So hopefully those grow 6 times as good. But I got to fix that, get mixed up. This is our tank setup over here, which is just a 50-gallon tank with a recirculation pump and then a pressure pump. And for those late night hauls, just an LED light, since it's covering the headlights with this little tank. And then we just have it ran back. Show you the tractor setup. So this is the tractor setup. Also super basic. We have the old controller. We have the sprayer, circulation pump switches. This is the off, auto, and surge control, just for the hydraulics of the pick planter. And then we got the spray balls up there, making sure flow rate is right. So I'm gonna get this thing loaded up and full of some spray that's mixed at the right amount, and get over there planting. So I got to get the right fittings for this tank. Jacob's going to bring them up. That's where we get all of our stuff and spray, and they set up our whole tank. We just have the wrong size, but this works for now. We can just fill it from the top. It isn't that bad, but we'll eventually get these ones right there. So open the top up, stick it in, fill it in, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, we got everything filled up, ready to go. I actually have to go. I was hoping Manuel could show up so I could show him the rundown, but he isn't here yet. But maybe he just knows what's going on. Knowing him, he'll probably just get in the tractor and be ready to go. So, but I gotta go have a meeting. So we got our gravel pad finished here by the hay barn. We're getting all the junk out, having a place to park more equipment. So right now we're moving one of the trucks here. Rylan, my stepbrother, is driving, and we're moving it over to the pad. And I've kind of been showing little updates of it getting done, but I'll finally show a final update here. Show you what it looks like. We've actually rented a vibrating roller to compact it, and I think he brought in about 20 to 25 loads of gravel with the belly dump, 4-inch minus, and I think 1.5 inch minus, just a mix of things. And we did it on a weekend when it was raining, so it compacted really well, and I think it turned out really good. So I'll show you here. So we kind of made a loop that goes around this side of the barn, because we already had a loop on the other side of the barn, and we still need to move a bunch of trash over here to finish it off so that there's room to get in here, but that'll be rounded out, easy to get around basically. But this is all just field through here, and now we have a nice road and a spot where we can park trucks. So it actually turned out real nice. Have a decent amount of room here. Trying to get other things moved over here as we use them, but there's plenty of room to come in, like with our low boy, probably the longest trailer, and end up getting straight, and also having plenty of room to pull out. So something about a nice gravel parking pad is real good. So we've been cleaning out cattle pods over here. It's been making a mess, but we got to build a little ditch that can kind of let all that stuff flow past. Rylan, what do you think about our gravel pad?
I think I built it really well.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of your gravel pad.
This is my gravel pad.
Yeah, you did build it. So I mean, that's why I was saying it was pretty bad. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. Time to go take the roller over to Lower Lake. We got a pump here to fill it up. It's actually one of our neighbor's rollers, so we just borrow it every year. I need to buy one, hopefully this year. But we got a pump, fill it up with water, then we can roll before we plant. So it's attached pretty good to the trailer. I'm gonna drive the squeeze down, and Rylan's gonna drive the truck, and we're gonna go get this thing unloaded. So let's get it done. Side note here, let's see, hopefully these owls don't attack me. There's some baby owls. I was moving hay, and let's see if they're still over here. You guys are all still here, huh? Normally they're yelling at me. Man, they're just weird looking creatures. There we go. Now they get mad at me. You just gotta watch for them. This time of year, they're just in all the bales when you're moving the last stuff, and I don't have very much stuff left here. And I just try to keep them to the side and hopefully they move. So we got here and we pulled in the field. We gotta load this roller. We gotta figure out where to fill it up. There's Faggot. I mean Rylan. He says I won't get stuck. I say I might get stuck. I really don't know who's right here. So Adrian's over there on his second pass of this stuff. So the moisture is right there. This is like the moon farming here compared to our soils. It's just a whole different game. The holding capacity is like 3 times as much. But we gotta get the roller rolling so that it can hold in the moisture and create a nice seed bed. Get it done quick. You should be done here on the second pass real soon. Okay, we got this thing unloaded here and folded out. Manuel just called and said that the potato planter's 3-point won't lift up or go down or do anything. So we got to go figure out what's going on over there. Planting spuds. So Manuel said the tractor kind of fixed itself, which is always nice. And I'm just right here, so I'm gonna watch what's going on. But I want to see how many acres he has planted here. The old pick planter has a nice, you know, techno sound to it. But I mean, it looks like he's got a decent amount done here. Once we cultivate it, they'll shape up and square up a little better. A little cloddy over here for sure, but there's no irrigation on this field, so we can't pre-irrigate to do anything about it. We didn't have wheel lines in it because this power line field is just absolute waste for wheel lines. So we normally just have flood irrigate it. I mean, it's a newer field to us, so it's looking pretty good though. So it's another day out here. I think it's 2 days since I last videoed. I'm in the spud planter right now, just trying to get things started before Manuel shows up. As you can see, the picks are clicking. You're gonna hear them clicking away. Looks like I got one of my spray nozzles that might be a little bit plugged up, so I'll have to check that. But we have, I don't know, maybe like 30 acres planted right now. 30 acres, 40 acres. Yeah, probably 30 acres. So you can see this field is actually pretty awesome to plant. Especially for us, like we do so little amounts of potatoes. It's all about having a super easy and efficient field to plant. This tractor's got one of those active seats in it, so it's always trying to like set your height and float you for your weight, but it's all messed up, so I just pulled the fuse here, so hopefully it stops doing that. I don't know, but like I was saying, we like trying to plant really efficient fields to plant, and this field down and back is 2 acres basically, 1 pass down, 1 pass back, so it's pretty efficient. The planter is basically empty when you're getting back, so it's planting super quick. I mean, we can plant 2 acres in like 25 minutes. So the longest part about it is just filling up spray and spuds and keeping trucks moving. But we got a lot going on, so we all just kind of rotate in, running the planter a couple hours because just so busy this time of year. Right now we have Ryland's down at the field that we dropped off the roller. Adrian got it disc twice, rolled, and then Ryland is running the drill over there, so that should be planted here in another couple hours. Adrian took the disc on the 8360 and drove over to another field, and he is currently disking that field right now. And then my brother actually, so he's running the whole seed operation down at the potato shed, cutting seed for all the growers and planting all the specialty potatoes on the other side. So he has a huge crew of people, and we're also moving cattle. So right now we have a bunch of the cowboys down south. They're trying to find cattle that we send down there to some pasture that we should have around 200 pairs down there, not too many, and they're trying to find them all. So then they should get trucked back. We got my friend Dominic, he's got all the trucks lined out. They should have 4 semis, 5 semis, and they'll get everything moved to our Lanja Valley Ranch. And then we also have, so Manuel, he is currently still feeding at the feedlot. So I don't know how many head we still have down there. So he's feeding, and then he's also changing water. And then we have water going on all of the other crops, alfalfa and grass and just different pastures. So the guys have been keeping that going and getting everything put together on that side also. So we got a lot of stuff going on right now. So we just kind of shimmy back and forth between all the different things. Just all of us kind of take turns. But we're gonna see if we can get all these spuds planted today that we have, and I'm actually running out of seed that's cut. So my brother should be cutting me maybe one more truck. He said he might be able to get me one today, and they're not cutting tomorrow, so we might have to stop today with planting here. So then I'll probably grab another tractor and head down to Lower Lake and help the guys down there get that stuff done. So side note, the dogs have had to stay home for the past like 3 days. It's just been so much going on, so they're pretty excited to be here today. Also, another little side note, if my face looks a little messed up, that's just how I was born. But no, actually I went to start my burn pile right next to my house, I think this last weekend, and I used the amount of gas that you would use in the winter and not in the summer, and made a trail and lit it, and like last thing I remember was just like a big flash of fire coming, and it singed all my face hairs. Luckily I just trimmed my beard or they would all be destroyed. And then it burnt all the hairs off all my arms, and it was good. I smelled like just burnt hair there for a couple days, but